Youth groups in the Niger Delta have rallied behind the NNPCL boss, Bashir Bayo Ojulari, rejecting calls for his removal and describing it as an aberration. The youths will stage a counter-protest in Abuja on Friday and carry placards with various inscriptions, urged President Bola Tinubu to disregard what they described as a smear campaign against the NNPCL boss. Their defense highlights the delicate politics of resource control, regional pride, and corporate governance in Nigeria's most critical sector. Joining me to discuss this is Bedford Berefa, is the Director of Publicity, Niger Delta People's Movement. Thank you for your time, Bedford. All right, Bedford.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. There are strong calls by youths against the removal of Mr. Ojulari. I mean, you represent the Niger Delta People's Movement, and you're a youth yourself. What's your position on this?
Well, it's quite unfortunate that youths in this present day, Nigeria, we allow themselves to be used as tools, as machineries, to spread falsehood. That protest against the newest and latest GCO of Nigerian NNPC, it was a procured process, and it does not reflect the mind of the entire Niger Delta people, because we were under Ojulari, we have seen that the energy sector is booming. The energy sector is undergoing very strategic reforms that once it's allowed to go through that route, we believe that the energy sector will be revamped and productivity will be optimal. And so such a procured process, sponsored protest against the NNPC boss is not what we need in this present day time. It is too quick to judge a man that has not assumed that position for about 6 months. It's less than 6 months. So we know that, and against him for his removal is very tragic. It is very appalling, and it is annoying at the same time, because those are enemies of progress to the region and enemies of progress to Nigeria mainstay.
Bedford, why do you think that the concerns raised by certain individuals on this matter is immaterial? You said that it's unfortunate that some youths have been used as agents of, largely, to use your words, chaos. But they've raised concerns as regards some shortcomings as regards this man. So I'm putting it to you. Why do you think these concerns should be ignored? And what makes him even, very, very qualified for that position, according to you?
Very importantly, if you look at the formation of the NNPC in recent years, you see the infusion of Niger Deltans, strategic Niger Delta personalities surrounding the leadership of this man. If the COO of NNPC is a Niger Delta, I can tell you for free, the executive vice president is a Niger Delta. I can also tell you that the petroleum minister, gas, petroleum resources, oil is the Niger Delta. Petroleum resources, gas is the Niger Delta. I can go on and on and on, even down to Senate. The Senate president is the Niger Delta, and also House Committee chairman on petroleum resources are all Niger Delta people. So are you telling me that all of these Niger Deltas will sit back, fold their hands, and see to it that demand does underperform? No, that's not the case. And so I can tell you for free that when there is no productivity, what is required of leadership is to have a rethink, is to take a recess and have a rethink. The Port Harcourt refinery came to, after years of being moribund, came to operation, and this man now said, now see, look at within how many months we are losing over $300 to $500 million monthly. On a process that you said you have revamped, and that is not working, it's not workable. Those are areas that we have used to siphon money. I said, the man say, let it be reformed. That is strategic enough. What we need is to give a rally around him for better reform that will indeed improve the life of Niger Deltas and Nigeria at large. 6 months is not enough to judge a man's character. This is a man that has been in the oil and gas space for over 3 decades, and he has proven his has proven himself over the years in the oil and gas sector. So for 6 months to now see that this man has underperformed because of certain selfish interests, because the man is not protecting your selfish interests, you now go about sponsoring such level of an inimical process, to the detriment of Niger Delta and to the detriment of the progress made so far under the leadership of the beloved president, the renewed agenda of President Bola Tinubu. It's quite unfortunate that
Bedford, I'm sorry, I would need to
era
come in here because we're really trying to manage time. I mean, before I let you go, if you were, on behalf of you are the Director of Publicity of the Niger Delta People's Movement. If you were to advise Mr. President as regards the appointment of Mr. Ojulari, or even advise those that are calling for his removal, on behalf of your group, what would you tell them?
Pop and plain, Mr. President, you have appointed an egghead, an industry player, a man that is cerebral enough to take the oil and gas sector to his enviable heights, and you can see the level of stability he brings to to the game. He has brought that level of stability in the oil and gas sector. So I plead for our Niger Delta stakeholders to rally around him, to rally around the GCU for optimal productivity. This is a clarion call for all Niger Delta players to come together. There's a need for urgent stakeholders meetings, so that such level of degrading and such level of inimical attributes will not be expressed frequently in this era, because long gone are those days where you just come out of the blues for selfish interest to protest against a process that is ongoing. The process is ongoing. There is a man that has just occupied just less than 6 months. So I urge Mr. President to please give him the necessary support, and I call on all Niger Delta lovers and lovers of the Nigerian or patriotic Nigerians to rally around the GCU Ojulari for maximum productivity and sustainable development in Nigeria.
Thank you so much for your time, Director of Publicity, Niger Delta People's Movement. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you once again.